Hello everyone, this is Sean from the Pop Culture Cult, and this is the Star Wars Celebration review show. I did a speculation show beforehand. Now it's time to review some of the stuff that did happen, and some of the stuff that I wished happened, and some of the stuff that I thought was going to happen, but let's be honest, it's probably far-fetched at this point in time. So Star Wars Celebration was in Anaheim, Anaheim in 2015, London last year, then this year was Orlando. This is important because they are not doing one next year, and they haven't announced where they're going to be in 2019. And that's kind of a big deal because if it's in Anaheim, it's only like 6 hours from my house, and Janice and I had already talked about wanting to go after watching everything on the live stream. The live stream started Thursday morning, went all the way till Sunday afternoon, and as much as I watched, I didn't get to everything. I spent a lot of today going back and catching up on stuff that I had missed over the weekend, and I still haven't caught up with everything. And there's still a bunch of stuff that I want to watch, but I at least got the major parts in the news and stuff that I want to go over. So, Thursday, 8 a.m. here locally in the Arizona area. We started off with the 40th anniversary panel, and there was no fanfare or anything on the live stream. I don't know what it was like in the arena. And apparently they had multiple stages where they were streaming it because they couldn't get everybody in the one arena. And people were camping out. I think it was like, what did I hear? It was like 2 or 3 in the afternoon the day before to get in line to stay overnight to get passes so they could get into line to go to the panel. It was crazy. So the panel starts. Warwick Davis comes out. He's the host. Pretty funny guy. Did a lot, welcome to the Star Wars Celebration. Here's the 40th anniversary panel. Here's Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy comes out. She does a, yay, welcome to the celebration. Oh, by the way, here's George Lucas. And George Lucas walks out. Huge surprise. I don't know if anybody was really expecting him to be there. He doesn't really normally go to these things, so that was kind of a big deal. George kind of talked about the whole process of everything and how it's really cool, how this has kind of grown, and we're a big family and all that kind of stuff. And then they brought Hayden Christensen and Ian McDiarmid. Ian McDiarmid played Palpatine, for those who don't know. And Hayden Christensen got a huge roar, and Ian McDiarmid had a huge roar. Hayden hasn't been in like 15 years. He's kind of been outcast by the Star Wars fans, and he got this huge ovation when he walked out. Multiple times when he was on the live stream, he got a huge ovation. Like people were lining up just to go see him and get autographs and photos. And some of the photos, like towards the end of the weekend, you could tell he was getting done, but it was just really awesome that he was there. They talked about the prequels for quite a bit. They left, and then Anthony Daniels, Billy D. Williams, and Peter Mayhew all came out, and they talked about their impact on the Star Wars franchise. And they had a really good conversation between George Lucas, Warwick Davis, and the three of them. It was a really cool conversation. And then they brought Mark Hamill out, and Mark went and hugged everybody when he walked out. It was really fun kind of watching his interaction with everybody. And then the first of the big surprises, well, okay, the second, if you count George Lucas, Harrison Ford showed up. And this huge ovation. He doesn't do these things. I won't say that he thinks it's beneath himself, but it's just not something that he does. And so, huge ovation. Warwick kind of made some fun about his flying abilities. He used the line from Last Crusade about flying I'm okay with, landing I'm not very good at. It was pretty funny. They were all on stage together for, I don't know, a good 5-10 minutes. Just telling stories. They all left together, and then Kathleen Kennedy and George Lucas introduced this video. They introduced Billie Lourd, who is Carrie Fisher's daughter, and Billie came out. Now this is where it kind of got crappy on the live stream, because that's when it started fading, and there was having a lot of technical difficulties. So it was jumbled sometimes, and sometimes the sound didn't match, and sometimes there was no sound, and sometimes there was a video, and it really sucks that was when it kicked in. But Billie Lourd talked about her mom and how much she loved the Star Wars universe and everything, and then she did the speech of Leia asking for Kenobi for help in this really cool white, almost Princess Leia outfit. It was awesome. It was awesome. And crying. And then they did this video montage, tribute video for Carrie. Just awesome, talking about how Carrie remembered every line and she did all this stuff. It was just it was awesome. It was so much fun. And full on bawling. And they get done with the tribute, and this music starts playing, and everybody's like, oh, that's the end. All right, cool. That's a great way to kick off the thing. And the curtain on the side of the stage drops, and it's John Williams and an orchestra sitting there, and it's the bedlam, absolute bedlam, because they're playing Princess Leia's theme, and they play through the whole thing. Just not a dry eye in the house, and just amazingly done. And then they played the Star Wars theme to a huge cheer. Then George Lucas and Kathleen Kennedy came over and introduced, hey, oh, by the way, this is John Williams. And George Lucas said, this is the heart and soul of Star Wars. He played the Darth Vader march and Imperial march, and then they were, the con is off. And just dropped the mic, con's over. That would have been perfect. So the rest of the day, there was a panel with Ian McDermott and Ray Park and Anthony Daniels, and just all kinds of little cool stuff from StarWarsLive.com on the YouTube stream. It was just all kinds of really fun stuff, and getting people on stage, and the T-shirt cannon is canon. Friday, they start the panel off with The Last Jedi, and Josh Gad is the host. They bring the cast out with Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson the night before went in the middle of the night and walked and introduced himself to everybody camping in line to go to that panel. And he showed up with a microphone, says, I'm here to meet all of you. I'll be here a while. And he went and took pictures, and they were all over Twitter. It was awesome. Talked about the cast, and the cast did all their, this is awesome. We're cool. No Oscar Isaac, which was unfortunate. Scheduling issues. He does have a movie coming out this weekend. And no Adam Driver either. In fact, there was no talk of anything from the dark side. It was all about Rey and Luke and Finn and just all of that. And it just seemed a little weird. Although the best joke all night, that whole day, was Mark Hamill kind of going down, and I see a great director, and he points at Daisy Ridley and says, I see my colleague. And you see Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy doing this, like, oh God, internet's gonna blow up. They show this poster, the new poster that's out. It's amazing. And they gave one to everybody in the arena. I'm so jealous. And then they try to leave, and the crowd just started cheering. Like, no, wait. And they finally showed the trailer. It's about a minute and a half. I've done a trailer reaction that's on the channel. Really good. All kinds of more stuff during the day on Saturday. All kinds of extra panels. I haven't gotten to all of them. Saturday was Rebels. They did the Rebels panel first thing in the morning. They had the whole crew. I watched the panel this morning. Dave Filoni talking about all this stuff. He was wearing this shirt that says Ahsoka lives ? The whole time. And just talking about the series and everything. And they announced Warwick Davis is going to be Rook, who is Thrawn's assassin bodyguard. So Warwick Davis is back in the Star Wars universe again, doing voiceover work for Rebels. And then they announced that this is the last season. I said this was going to be the last season. It's the last season. They showed the trailer. Not much in the trailer. There was some stuff, but not enough to really glean any information from. And then after the trailer, they go back to the stage, and Dave Filoni's wearing a shirt that says Ahsoka lives ! But it doesn't address it. Just like standing there on the stage, kind of like, look what I'm wearing. And just awesome. Some other highlights that came out of the whole weekend. Captain Phasma is getting a 5-book comic book run. She's also getting a book. The Funko showed a bunch of their exclusives. The big exclusive that they're doing is in the Smuggler's Box. It's Luke on a speeder from Tatooine. I'm super jealous. I'm trying to figure out how I can get that one. Battlefront 2 trailer came out. It looks amazing. It's from the Empire's point of view after Return of the Jedi. and they blew up the Death Star is the beginning of the video, and they're on the, why am I forgetting the name? Anyways, they're standing there. It's from the Empire's point of view. There's going to be more than 15-minute storyline, which is going to be pretty awesome, straightforward, and you get to play for the Empire. However, there are segments where you get to play Luke and get to play Rey, and you get to play Kylo. It's gonna be really cool. It looks amazing. They announced animated series. I talked about an animated series they're going to do. They're doing this. There's shorts, and they're going to be on the internet to go with the toy line with Hasbro. And it's called Forces of Destiny, and it goes with all the female leads. So Ahsoka, Rey, Jin, and they got each of the actors who played them to come in and voice those parts. And it's 2D, and they look really cool. They're more for kind of the kids kind of thing. Some stuff that I wished would have happened that they didn't announce. We did get the trailer for Episode 9, like I said, in the Battlefront one. No other game. There were some more books announced, but I don't know. I haven't heard exactly what they were. I haven't gotten to that one. No mentions of the Han Solo trailer movie. That will probably be D23. They did announce that the Rebels Season 4 will be the last. No announcement on the Netflix series. Again, Dave Filoni did say that this is not the end of animation in the Star Wars world with the end of Rebels. So he's probably going to move on to something else. But it's Dave Filoni. He's not going to give anything away. And the big thing that everybody was hoping that they would announce was the Ewan McGregor-led Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. No mention at all. I swear to God, Ewan was going to be there. I thought they would do it at the closing ceremonies. They didn't announce anything at closing ceremonies on Sunday. Overall, really, really good experience to watch it live on the live stream. I think it would have been worth the time and the energy and the money to go to Orlando, knowing now that we're not going to get one until 2019. And so with that being said, we missed it. This would have been a good one to go to because of the 40-year anniversary. And there was a bunch of really cool parties. The 501st put on a party. Weird Al Yankovic played. So it would have been a good experience to go and watch the Schmodown Collider stuff and the Jedi Council. They were kicking people away. So what do you guys think? Did I know I'm missing stuff, but I just can't get to it all right now. I'm working through my way through it while I'm at work. What did you guys see at Celebration or on the live stream that I missed? Let us know. Like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can get a hold of us on Facebook at Pop Culture Cult. We're also on Instagram at Pop Culture Cult 1, and we're at Twitter at Pop_Cult1. And let us know what we missed. Maybe there was something cool. And if you go right here, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you go right here, this is our latest episode. So until next time, may the Force be with you, and good night now.